Welcome to the Transitions Daily podcast. Transitions Daily is an online recovery group that offers a daily distribution of popular recovery resources accompanied by a secret Facebook group for discussion. We hope you enjoy today's readings.
This is Transitions Daily for December the 5th, read by Kirsty S. from the East Midlands in the United Kingdom. AA Thoughts for the Day. A new notion. The idea that religion and spirituality were not one and the same was a new notion. My sponsor asked that I merely remained open-minded to the possibility that there was a power greater than myself, one of my own understanding. He assured me that no person was going to impose a belief system on me, that it was a personal matter. Reluctantly, I opened my mind to the fact that maybe, just maybe, there was something to this spiritual lifestyle. Slowly, but surely, I realized that there was indeed a power greater than myself, and I soon found myself with a full-time God in my life and following a spiritual path that didn't conflict with my personal religious convictions. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 287. Thought to consider. God enters us through our wounds. Acronyms. SWOT. Surrender, willingness, acceptance and trust. Just for today. Hope. From window of opportunity. I once knew a woman who was crying before a meeting. She was approached by a 5-year-old girl who told her, "You don't have to cry here. This is a good place. They took my daddy and they made him better." That is exactly what AA did for me. It took me and it made me better. For that I am eternally grateful. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 431. Daily Reflections. A new state of consciousness. He has been granted a gift which amounts to a new state of consciousness and being. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 107. Many of us in AA puzzle over what is a spiritual awakening. I tended to look for a miracle, something dramatic and earth-shattering. But what usually happens is that a sense of well-being, a feeling of peace, transforms us into a new level of awareness. That's what happened to me. My insanity and inner turmoil disappeared, and I entered into a new dimension of hope, love and peace. I think the degree to which I continue to experience this new dimension is in direct proportion to the sincerity, depth and devotion with which I practice the 12 Steps of AA. As Bill sees it. Random quote. The Forgotten Mountain. When I was a child, I acquired some of the traits that had a lot to do with my insatiable craving for alcohol. I was brought up in a little town in Vermont under the shadow of Mount Ilus. An early recollection is that of looking up at this vast and mysterious mountain, wondering what it meant and whether I could ever climb that high. But I was presently distracted by my aunt, who, as a 4th birthday present, made me a plate of fudge. For the next 35 years I pursued the fudge of life and quite forgot about the mountain. When self-indulgence is less than ruinous, we have a milder word for it. We call it taking our comfort. AA Comes of Age, pages 52 and 53, 12 and 12, page 67. Big Book Quote. When we became alcoholics, crushed by a self-imposed crisis we could not postpone or evade, we had to fearlessly face the proposition that either God is everything or else he is nothing. God either is or he isn't. Alcoholics Anonymous, We Agnostics, page 53. 24 hours a day. AA Thought for the Day. In spite of all we have learned in AA, our old way of thinking comes back to us. Sometimes with overwhelming force, and occasionally some of us have slips. We forget or refuse to call on the higher power for help. We seem to deliberately make our minds a blank so far as AA training goes, and we take a drink. We eventually get drunk. We are temporarily right back where we started from. Those who have had slips say unanimously that they were no fun. They say AA had taken all the pleasure out of drinking. They knew they were doing the wrong thing. The old mental conflict was back in full force. They were disgusted with themselves. Am I convinced that I can never get anything more out of drinking? Meditation for the day. Give something to those who are having trouble, to those whose thoughts are confused. something of your sympathy, your prayers, your time, your love, your thought, yourself. Then give of your own confidence as you have had it given to you by the grace of God. Give of yourself and of your loving sympathy. Give your best to those who need it and will accept it. Give according to need, never according to deserts. Remember that the giving of advice can never take the place of giving of yourself. Prayer for the day. I pray that as I have received, so may I give. I pray that I may have the right answer for those who are confused. Hazelden Foundation, P.O. Box 176, Centre City, MN 55012. My name is Kirsty, and I'm an alcoholic.
We hope you enjoyed today's readings. You can also receive Transitions Daily via email and discuss today's readings in our secret Facebook group. So for more information, go to dailyaaemails.com today.
Other than the 24 hours a day reading, unless otherwise specified, all quotes copyright Alcoholics Anonymous World Services, Inc., 1952 through 2001.